Hey, tell
count this much.
Tell them what's going on, Jim.
Hey, you know what's so crazy though? Motherfucker be sitting up there doing all this, sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Just buy what I want, do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof.
Bro got out what?
You know that
how many you did now?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah, that's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really was just getting that shit in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
This shit feels so good, man. 2 lawyers, man.
I can tell them about the building you got?
Everything.
Man, it's closed on the building, man. We ain't
You know that we did it.
United States of America. Besides Jeffrey T. Gilbert, Magistrate Judge Kavon London Grant, also known as Cuz, also known as Vonnie Affidavit in removal proceeding. I, Thomas J. Callaghan, appearing before United States Magistrate Judge Jeffrey T. Gilbert by telephone and being duly sworn under oath, state that as a federal law enforcement officer, I have been informed that Kavon London Grant, also known as Cuz and Vonnie, has been charged by indictment in the Central District of California with the following criminal offenses: conspiracy to commit murder for hire resulting in death in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1958, A. Murder for hire resulting in death in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Sections 1958A and 2A, and use, carry, and discharge of firearms and a machine gun, and possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Sections 924. See a copy of the indictment is attached. A copy of the arrest warrant also is attached. United States of America. Plaintiff. Besides Kavon London Grant, a.k.a. Cuz, a.k.a. Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, a.k.a. Day, Keith Jones, a.k.a. Flocka, David Brian Lindsay, a.k.a. Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston, a.k.a. Boogie, defendants. The grand jury charges: introductory allegations 1. At times relevant to this indictment, defendants Kavon London Grant, also known as a.k.a. Cuz, a.k.a. Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, a.k.a. DD, Asa Houston, a.k.a. Boogie, and co-conspirators 1 through 5 were members or associates of an organization called Only the Family, or OTF, which, among other things, produced and sold hip-hop music from artists primarily from the Chicago, Illinois area. Defendants Keith Jones, a.k.a. Flacka, and David Brian Lindsay, a.k.a. Brown Eyes, were members of other gangs in Chicago, Illinois. 2. On or about November 6, 2020, DB, a high-ranking OTF member, got into a physical altercation with TB at a nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia. During the fight, an associate of TB pulled out a gun and shot DB multiple times, killing him. After the murder, co-conspirator 1 made clear, in coded language, that co-conspirator 1 would pay a bounty or monetary reward and/or make payment to anyone who took part in killing TB for his role in DBS murder. On or about August 18, 2022, the conspirators learned that TB was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles, California. As alleged in counts 1 and 2, after learning of TBS location, defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 traveled from Chicago, Illinois to Los Angeles, California for the purpose of murdering TB. On that same day, August 18, 2022, defendant Grant also traveled by private jet to Los Angeles, California, as alleged in counts 1 and 2, on August 19, 2022, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 used 2 vehicles to track, stalk, and attempt to kill TB by gunfire, including with a fully automatic firearm, resulting in the death of SR. All defendants. Paragraphs 1 through 4 of the introductory allegations of this indictment are re-alleged and incorporated here. A. Object of the conspiracy. Beginning on a date unknown, but no later than on or around August 18, 2022, and continuing to on or about August 19, 2022, in Los Angeles County, within the Central District of California, and elsewhere, defendants Kayvon London Grant, also known as AKA Cuz, AKA Vonnie, Deandra Dontrell Wilson, AKA DD, Keith Jones, AKA Flacca, David Brian Lindsay, aka Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston, aka Boogie, and co-conspirators known and unknown, conspired and agreed with each other to knowingly use facilities of interstate and foreign commerce, namely airplanes, cars, cell phones, and the internet, with intent that the murder of TB be committed in violation of the laws of any state, namely the state of California, as consideration for the receipt of, and consideration for a promise and agreement to pay, anything of pecuniary value, namely money and lucrative music opportunities with OTF, in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1958. A. The conspiracy resulted in the death of SRB, means by which the object of the conspiracy was to be accomplished. The object of the conspiracy was to be accomplished in substance as follows. 1. Co-conspirator 1 would place bounties on individuals that co-conspirator 1 and other OTF members wanted to kill, including TB. As part of the bounty, co-conspirators known and unknown, including defendant Wilson, would pay anyone who took part in the killing of TB and or reward individuals with lucrative music opportunities with OTF2. Co-conspirators known and unknown, including defendant Wilson, would recruit others, including defendants Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2, to find, track, and kill TB3. Defendant Grant would procure cars, ski masks, and firearms that would be used by co-conspirators to find, track, and kill TB4. Using a credit card associated with OTF, co-conspirator 3 would purchase airplane tickets for the co-conspirators to fly to California and murder TB. Defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 would travel from Chicago, Illinois to Southern California via airplane to find, track, and kill TB defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 would travel throughout Los Angeles County via cars procured by defendant 2, Grant, to find, track, and kill TB. Defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 would communicate via cell phone to coordinate logistics to find, track, and kill TB defendants Jones and Lindsay, and co-conspirator 2 would fire multiple shots at TB, killing SR, who was a passenger in TB's vehicle. Defendant Wilson would pay the bounty or monetary reward and or cause payment to be made for the killing of SR on behalf of co-conspirators known and unknown to the conspirators hired to kill TWC on or about the following dates. In furtherance of the conspiracy and to accomplish its object, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirators 1 through 5, and others known and unknown, committed various overt acts in Los Angeles County within the Central District of California and elsewhere, including, but not limited to, the following. Following the killing of DB on or about November 6, 2020, co-conspirator 1, using coded language, told defendant Wilson, co-conspirators 2, 4, and 5, and others that co-conspirator 1 would pay a bounty or monetary reward to anyone who took part in the killing of TB on August 18, 2022. One or more co-conspirators, including co-conspirator 4, learned that TB was visiting California and staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. On August 18, 2022, defendant Grant flew from Miami, Florida to Los Angeles, California on a private jet so that defendant Grant could help coordinate the murder of TB Overt Act Number. On August 18, 2022, co-conspirators, including co-conspirator 5, asked co-conspirator 2 to travel to Southern California later that day. August 18, 2022, defendant Wilson recruited defendants Jones and Lindsay to travel to California for the purpose of murdering TB and helped facilitate such travel by, among other things, texting co-conspirator 3 biographical information about defendants Jones and Lindsay so that co-conspirator 3 could book flights to Southern California, specifically defendant Jones's name, date of birth, and a picture of defendant Jones's ID card, and defendant Lindsay's name, date of birth, and a picture of defendant Lindsay's ID card. August 18, 2022, co-conspirator 1 texted co-conspirator 3, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." On August 18, 2022, using a credit card ending in -2039, OTF credit card 1, co-conspirator 3 purchased airplane tickets for defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 to travel from Chicago, Illinois to San Diego, California that same day. On August 18, 2022, co-conspirator 3 confirmed to defendant Wilson via text message that defendants Wilson, Jones, and Lindsay had the same airline ticket confirmation. On August 18, 2022, defendant Wilson messaged a friend on Instagram, "On my way to LA." On August 18, 2022, defendant Houston texted co-conspirator 3, "On got clear, I'm 15 minutes away from airport." On August 18, 2022, defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 flew from Chicago, Illinois to San Diego, California, via the airplane tickets procured by co-conspirator 3 using OTF credit card. On August 18, 2022, defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 traveled towards Los Angeles County in a car to meet with defendant Grant. On August 18, 2022, defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 traveled towards Los Angeles County in a car to meet with defendant Grant. On August 18, 2022, defendant Grant purchased 4 black ski masks from a sporting goods store in Los Angeles County using cash. On August 18, 2022, using a credit card ending in -1015, OTF credit card 2 double quote, defendant Grant rented a hotel room for the co-conspirators located in Los Angeles, California, the Universal City Hotel. On August 18, 2022, in or around Los Angeles, California, defendant Grant met with the co-conspirators and provided defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 with firearms, including a firearm that had been modified to operate as a fully automatic machine gun to kill TB. On August 18, 2022, defendant Grant provided 2 cars for defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 to use to find, track, and kill TB. A white BMW sedan, the BMW, from a rental company in Los Angeles County, and a white Infiniti sedan, the Infiniti, with a fake license plate. On August 18, 2022, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 traveled in the BMW and the Infiniti to a hotel in downtown Los Angeles, California, where TB was staying, the downtown LA hotel, to find, track, and kill TB. On August 19, 2022, using the BMW and Infiniti, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 followed and tracked TB's black Escalade to a marijuana dispensary located on Flower Street in Los Angeles, California. On August 19, 2022, using the BMW and Infiniti, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 followed and tracked TB's black Escalade to a clothing store located on Melrose Avenue in West Hollywood, California. The below image shows the BMW and Infiniti following the black Escalade, in which TB and SR were passengers as the black Escalade traveled towards the clothing store. On August 19, 2022, using the BMW and Infiniti, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 tracked TB's black Escalade to a gas station located on Beverly Boulevard in Los Angeles, California, the Beverly gas station. On August 19, 2022, defendant Houston drove the Infiniti to an alley behind the Beverly gas station and parked the vehicle so that defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 could attempt to murder TB. On August 19, 2022, in the Infiniti driven by defendant Houston, defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 fled the alley behind the Beverly gas station after the conspirators shot and killed SR. On August 19, 2022, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 traveled to a hamburger restaurant in Los Angeles County, where the co-conspirators discussed, among other things, payments to defendants Jones and Lindsay for the shooting earlier that day. On August 19, 2022, using OTF Credit Card 1, co-conspirator 3 purchased airline tickets from San Diego, California to Chicago, Illinois for defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2. On August 19, 2022, defendants Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 flew back to Chicago, Illinois from San Diego, California. Following SRS murder, defendant Wilson paid defendants Jones and Lindsay on behalf of a co-conspirator for their role in the murder.
Do your homework on trying to whoop the feds on for them grade from the rack. It hit different free folks. Let's start here. Let's just break all down. Oh my kids. Do your homework on trying to be in Italy, Switzerland, and Israel. Folks was going to Israel. On for them, knowing Israel was Jesus. On for them, folks was trying to get back on for them grade. Do y'all homework. Then you got this OTF jamming. Like, let's just start there. Free the real on my baby. It hit different on phone them. I'm all at the concert. Durk just brought me out on stage trying to say the kids push the piece on for them grade. We was on some new shit on for them grade. You got a nigga who you done fed on for them grade. It's bogus, folks. I don't care where y'all from on for them grade. I don't care what side y'all from, folks. This shit bogus on for them grade. Real niggas gonna feel it. It different. Man, you feed a nigga for 12 years. He come home with a wire. A wire? A wire is crazy, bro. A wire? Do y'all homework on me bringing my mama so the feds was watching my mama too? It hit different. Am I in some shit now? Like, let's just start there. Like, I mean, we got a little link card fraud. I'll just be real. I'm phoning them.
Beginning on a date unknown, but no later than on or around August 18th, 2022, and continuing to on or about August 19th, 2022, in Los Angeles County, within the Central District of California, and elsewhere, defendants Kayvon London Grant, also known as aka Cuz, aka Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, aka DD, Keith Jones, aka Flacca, David Bryan Lindsay, aka Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston, aka Boogie, and co-conspirators known and unknown, each aiding and abetting the other, knowingly used facilities of interstate and foreign commerce, namely airplanes, cars, cell phones, and the internet, with intent that the murder of TB be committed in violation of the laws of any state, namely the state of California, as consideration for the receipt of and consideration for a promise and agreement to pay anything of pecuniary value, namely money and lucrative music opportunities with OTF, resulting in the death of SR. On or about August 19, 2022, in Los Angeles County, within the Central District of California, defendants Kayvon London Grant, also 6 known as aka Cuz, aka Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, aka 7DD, Keith Jones, aka Flacca, David Brian Lindsay, aka 8 Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston, aka Boogie, together with 9 co-conspirator 2, each aiding and abetting the other, knowingly used tin and carried firearms, including a firearm that defendants Grant, 11 Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston knew to be a machine gun during 12 and in relationship to, and possessed such firearms in furtherance 13 of a crime of violence, namely use of interstate facilities to 14 commit murder for hire, resulting in death in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1958A, as charged in Count 2 of this indictment, and, in so doing, discharged the firearms, resulting in 17, the death of SR. On or about August 19, 2022, in Los Angeles County, within the Central District of California, defendant Keith Jones, aka Flacca, knowingly possessed a machine gun as defined in Title 18, United States Code Section 921A3 and Title 26, United States Code Section 5845B, namely a 10mm caliber firearm equipped with an auto-sear conversion device which was designed and intended solely and exclusively for use in converting a weapon into a machine gun, which defendant Jones knew to be a machine gun. 1. Pursuant to Rule 32.2 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, notice is hereby given that the United States of America will seek forfeiture as part of any sentence pursuant to Title 18, United States Code, Sections 981, A1C, 924, D1, and Title 28, United States Code, Section 2461, C, in the event of any defendant's conviction of the offenses set forth in any of Counts 1 and 2 of this indictment. Any defendant so convicted shall forfeit to the United States of America the following: A. All right, title, and interest in any and all property, real or personal, constituting or derived from any proceeds traceable to any of the offenses. B. All right, title, and interest in any firearm or ammunition involved in or used in any such offense. And C. To the extent such property is not available for forfeiture, a sum of money equal to the total value of the property described in subparagraphs A and B. 3. Pursuant to Title 21, United States Code, Section 853P, as incorporated by Title 28, United States Code, Section 2461C, any defendant so convicted shall forfeit substitute property up to the value of the property described in the preceding paragraph, if, as the result of any act or omission of said defendant, the property described in the preceding paragraph or any portion thereof, A. cannot be located upon the exercise of due diligence, B. has been transferred, sold to, or deposited with a third party, C. has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court, D. has been substantially diminished in value, or E. has been commingled with other property that cannot be divided without difficulty.
It sounds like if the defendants get found guilty
A lot of money and property will be going to the victims associated with this case. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this. If Durk put a bag on Quando Rondo's head for get back for Vaughn, don't you think he put a bag on those responsible for the murder of his brother D thing? I've been telling y'all there's more to come. There's a murder for hire out of Chicago that still hasn't been unsealed. And in my opinion, the FBG Cash death is gonna be solved as well. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Lock in with your boy. Subscribe, like, comment. Bush you till let's get it.
Omegadrip exclusive.